Hey! Khabib, he a bitch. He got slapped. Wow! Open hand slap. Wow!
Very few sane people ever chose to start problems with Khabib Nurmagomedov and his team. Even Conor McGregor usually knew what line he was crossing, and that man was chaos in human form. But Nate Diaz, he never cared.
He was the worst.
Why?
Because he's just like, look at him, he ran off. He's a jock. It's not my style of fighting. I don't like it.
Like the wrestling shit? Like just taking them down?
Yeah, that's cool. Whatever, that's how you fight, right? But just that the style of fighter in general, he's not a real fighter. Him, DC, certain guys are just like, I'm not interested in that kind of fighting at all.
Yeah.
Not wrestling either, because I love wrestling. It's just like the wrestling, like jockey attitude. I'm a real fighter, and I like real fighters. People who fight for real.
Today we're talking about a classic matchup that could have entertained fans for decades, but never became reality. All that remains now are fragments of an unfinished story. This is the fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Nate Diaz, a matchup that could have shaken the entire fight game. Drop a like on this video and let's begin.
I don't know, some people say we come off as cocky or something, but I think I'm the least cocky. Like I see a lot of guys talk about their fights, like I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna beat this guy's ass, I'm gonna knock him out, but I never say stuff like that. You know, it's kind of bad karma. I might turn around and bite you in your ass. So I just try to go out there and do my best, and hopefully I come out the winner or whatever. So that's what I consider misconception.
First, it's important to understand one thing. Were there ever real talks about this fight? And did the UFC actually take it seriously? The answer is yes. This was real. Opportunities existed. It wasn't just fan fiction. The Diaz brothers did not randomly start brawls with people they had no issue with. Even they were not that reckless. If they had smoke with someone, there was a reason. And in this case, there was definitely smoke.
He first came to AKA, he had his phone, right? Barely spoke English, and he would play me this audio of Bruce Buffer introduced him in his UFC debut. And they would say the Eagle of Dagestan, because that was his name before. It wasn't just the Eagle. It was the Eagle of Dagestan. And we would listen to it every day in the gym, and he would tell me, DC, one day I'm gonna be undefeated, undisputed champion, and I'm gonna make loads of money. And we would say, oh, you're out of your mind. Yeah. And he did all those things.
Let's start with Khabib. At that time, he was bringing something new into the sport. An undefeated Dagestani wrestler with a spotless record that was already climbing toward 20 wins without a loss. Back then, fans had not fully developed the wrestling is boring narrative. Most people were impressed by total domination and elite control. Most people, except Nate Diaz and his crew.
All these guys are on steroids, so can't be surprised when somebody pops up on steroids, you know? It usually should be a surprise when people aren't on steroids.
But the problem went deeper than style. Nate was accusing everybody of steroids left and right, whether he could prove it or not.
What do you feel?
I don't care about weight.
They're all on steroids.
The only weight I care about.
They're all on steroids.
The only weight I care about.
His belief was simple. He, his brother, Gilbert Melendez, and their people were real fighters. They trained hard and stayed clean. Everybody else? Fake respect. He was also calling Khabib boring long before it became a mainstream take. And once Nate forms an opinion, it usually stays there forever.
Here's the thing I love about this kid. This kid comes out and goes for it, man. He went in there against a bigger, stronger dude. I mean, if you look at how big Healy is for that weight division, he's huge. And he was getting hit with some big shots tonight. He can wrestle, he can punch, he's got good punching power too. Even against a bigger, stronger guy, he was hurting him in that fight. And then that slam, when he just scoops him up and slams him, you know, Matt Hughes style. That reminded me of the old Matt Hughes where he would run a guy across the octagon and slam him. Kid's exciting, he's talented, and I think tonight he showed everybody what he's got. We're probably gonna do big things with this kid. I love this kid.
Khabib's frustration came from a different place. He felt like a permanent contender. While Nate had already received title opportunities years earlier, Khabib kept getting pushed to the side, despite a record that screamed for a championship shot. Then Conor McGregor arrived, and the UFC gave almost all its attention to him. Outside of stars like Ronda Rousey and Jon Jones, nobody got much from Dana White's spotlight. Khabib was left waiting. Then injuries made everything worse. The combination of disrespect, delays, and setbacks built serious anger inside him. And eventually, that anger collided with Nate Diaz. That was a dangerous mix. The UFC did try to put them together. The idea was obvious. Let two men who wanted to punch each other in the face settle it in the cage and make money doing it. But the fight never happened. Who exactly killed the deal remains unclear. Khabib always said it was Nate's side. Nate said the opposite. At the same time, Diaz kept mocking Khabib for slapping him during a backstage altercation involving their teams.
And I hope UFC give me title shot after this fight because a lot of people agree with me. A lot of fans agree with me. You know, I am undefeated. I am undefeated. All these bumps lose a lot of times. Nate Diaz lose 10 times. McGregor lose. Tony Ferguson lose. Eddie Alvarez, Cowboy, RD, everybody lose. I am undefeated. UFC have to give me, for me, title shot.
Then Nate passed Khabib in another category, money. After another injury sidelined Khabib, Diaz landed 2 massive paydays with McGregor that turned him into a superstar. After that, he had no real reason to care about a frustrated contender trying to get attention from the UFC, and that only made Khabib angrier. Just remember the energy he had before the Michael Johnson fight. Even through a screen, that version of Khabib looked terrifying.
McGregor, there was a apparent backstage altercation. What exactly happened?
I saw video how he looked with Tyron Woodley morning, and after my way in, when I go, he watched me. I say, what? Maybe he think I'm Tyron Woodley or Eddie Alvarez. I'm different, you know. I'm living in the street. Where I'm from, this is different. This is not about like camera here or not camera here. This is not about this. This is about different. For me, it's all my life. I have a lot of fight in the street. I know when I come to professional, I stop this because I can hurt somebody. But I have big experience. He watching like me, like for me, it's like nothing happened. It's okay.
Thanks, guys.
But I think very soon.
During that same media run, Khabib spoke about Nate Diaz directly.
What are you talking about, Nate Diaz? How many times he lose in UFC? 11 times.
No, I'm just asking. I wanted to ask you.
Hey, he lose 11 times, and you talk about Nate Diaz? I asked 3 times. UFC asked me fight versus Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz 3 times say, "Hey, I don't want somebody catch me, like grab me." This is not boxing. This is MMA. You know, when UFC give me fight, I never say no. All the time I take. All the time I ask. When I am on like not on top 15, I ask, please, I want to fight with him. I want to fight with him. Everybody talk about, oh, this guy trash talking. Hey, this is not trash talk. I train all my life. I want to fight with the best, you know. And now, I don't know. What do you think if UFC put me versus Nate Diaz?
I think Alvarez
what he gonna do?
in your best interest.
He wanna stand up with me? I can fight with Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor, Eddie Alvarez, with all these guys same night. I can fight with these guys. Like common event, main event, backyard, backstage, anywhere.
If you believe his own words, he wanted revenge so badly that he asked the UFC for the Diaz fight 3 separate times. He wanted to humble Nate in front of his whole team. Honestly, even Diaz probably did not expect to trigger that level of obsession in the Dagestani Eagle. But because of injuries, timing, and everything else around them, the fight kept slipping away. While Khabib kept dealing with setbacks, Nate was cashing checks and building his legend through the McGregor rivalry. Then, after the two-fight saga, Diaz disappeared for nearly 3 years. In August 2018, a journalist caught him on the streets of New York and asked about Khabib and Conor, whose fight was the hottest topic in MMA at the time.
Hey, you know what? One last thing. Conor versus Khabib was announced October 6th. Who do you got in that one?
I whipped one's ass and I slapped the fuck out of the other one. So they're both my little bitches.
You slapped Khabib?
Fuck right in
I
the
didn't
face. He didn't do
really.
shit.
So
He's scared for his life. Him and all his Russian friends.
do you want the winner? Do you
My
want
third
the
world
winner?
country nigga, I'm from Stockton. He got his ass slapped. Flat. Shit. All their eyes lit up. His whole team. Fucking all pussy.
No.
Later, TMZ asked him directly what he thought about Khabib versus Conor. The questions never stopped because people still cared about the possibility of Nate versus Khabib.
UFC 229 this weekend in Vegas. Are you going to be there?
Where?
Are you going to be in Vegas this weekend?
For what?
For that other fight.
Which one?
Mr. McGregor and Mr. Nurmagomedov.
I already told you about them guys. I slapped the shit out of both of them.
If you...
I'm like, they need to quit acting like them fuckers are running shit. There's one king of this motherfucker and he's right here.
When Nate returned and beat Anthony Pettis in a violent performance, Ariel Helwani interviewed him. And as a smart journalist, Ariel had to bring up Khabib. Big headline, big reaction, same unfinished story.
Khabib's making a lot of money. You beat him. That's a big deal.
Yeah, if he beats me, it's a big deal.
That's right. That's right. I didn't mean you specifically, but
Yeah, I got you.
you know, is that one that you think about? Like when you saw him fight a few weeks back?
I already have that belt. I already beat him.
Right.
It's a loophole. They didn't give me the belt.
Right.
He's not fighting me. He already got beat.
But going up against him specifically, testing yourself against him, undefeated, 28-0, no one's ever started their career like that. Is that of interest?
Who could be?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
It was when it was interesting. Not like kicking a dead dog. Didn't I already try to fight him?
Back in the day?
No, I just tried to fight him the other day.
Then in 2019, Ariel brought it up again, maybe hoping to revive the rivalry one last time. But in the end, it only led to more Nate comments about the champion. And that was where the story truly ended.
So when you say you feel like you're already the king of the division, I feel like most people would then respond, well, what about Khabib? Undefeated, he's the champion. What do you mean when you say king?
Khabib, I already slapped him in his face. I already told you guys that. So it's like you're gonna just, and I beat Conor before him, quicker than him, easier than him, and then he's just gonna ignore that and then just act like whatever. He's a little big headed right now, you know. So I'm just like whatever. I don't need to fight him anyways because I already got a victory over him. So it's like he's just gonna hide out and play champ and act like a good guy and fucking Mr. fucking humble fucking Khabib. I'm like, I'm not buying that shit. I don't need to sit around here and fucking chase nobody. If anybody needs to do any chasing, they gotta come this way.
So now, it's your turn. What do you think would have happened if Nate Diaz and Khabib Nurmagomedov had actually fought? Could Nate's volume, cardio, and toughness create problems? Or would Khabib drag him into deep water and dominate him like everyone else? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. And of course, subscribe so the best MMA content never passes you by. See you soon.